Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play No Man's Sky, the Beyond Update. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 20. And it's the old Ghost in the Machine quest with our pal, Artemis. There's a lot of content in my brain to get out tonight during this episode. I don't know if it'll all get out, but there will be a lot of rambling. Some of it should be contextual. Some of it might even be informative. But first, let's take a look at what this says. Holographic comms. What? Multiple sources. Tune to Apollo, who wants to talk to us. Signal match detected. This guy here, he's got like some kind of hammer thing in his hand. The stranger just stares at me. Identify yourself, or I end this call. Friend of Artemis. No, you're not. Ask why. Those are strange options. Why do you use that word at all? Friend, it's just a label, a pretense to make you feel better about being alone. Why are you contacting me anyway? Is Artemis behind this? I haven't changed my mind. I don't care about their weird dreams. Meet him if I'm paid to meet. Even this conversation is a waste of valuable time. Say Artemis is in trouble. Tell Apollo that Artemis is in trouble. They attempted to use a portal and became stranded on some distant and uncharted world, disappearing from the network. Apollo's demeanor changes. They appear uncomfortable at the news. How you can tell from this, I don't know, but okay. Send me your data logs. Let me see this for myself. Okay. Apollo studies the log, pausing and replaying the various segments of static and distortions. They turn to me with a glow of excitement. These noises, they sound just like the echoes of Sentinel events. You've seen them before, of course. Drones that appear from nowhere if you interfere with their precious planets. This data, it's distorted, inverted. So lots of gain if we figure out how the Sentinels appear so quickly. And this, the portals, perhaps they're the key. Okay. So what do you say? Do you want to work together on this? Sure. I don't know what rejection would do, but need to expand your base of operations. I'll send you a contact of mine and they'll supply you with what you need. Just remember to be polite. Unlike how you are, Mr. Hostility. Alright, Ghost in the Machine, whatever. I think not. Alright, so now Ghost in the Machine. Make contact. Well, there's that. Then there's the base computer archives, which I need to visit. There's also some stuff over here. Damaged container. Target outside local system. Oxygen capsule. Well, alright. Take care of that. I want to go finish up my base archives and base computer archives, and what that means is I'm going to go head up to the space station. Wherever it is on this map here. Where is it? It's way over here. Okay, there we go. Space station. 28 seconds away. Fabulous. So, Arpeggio noted in the comments section of one of the previous episodes that the system, what was it? Kushten Ukek. He said I could do storm crystal hunting there, which I kind of want to do because I've just never done it and I like to try new things. So that might be something that if we do this episode, I need to take a look at my suit. Oh right, I had cleared out quite a bit in preparation for doing some more trading, I think. Well, for now, we're going to stay on this path. We're going to go to our base. Purple Rain is in the current system. Change my filters here. Corbin Dallas. I'm having some beverages. Sorry for the awful noise that this is making into the microphone, but it's been a long week. It's been a long day. Nice. Yeah, so here's our fancy planet with our more nice structures. And there's the portable refinery left. What's this? Expanded. Build a construction terminal. Oh, so that's the next thing? Let's look. Base computer archives. Base computer is located off-world. Has located an off-world archive. Locate the archive on the galaxy map. Oh, really? I see. So I gotta do that. And then it also wants this other thing. Okay, well, this is where things get interesting, is how much... See, you can build these square rooms, or you can build glass. I kind of want to go build a bunch of glass. But to do that, I need a frozen world. Okay, in that case, let's take a look at this quest then. Where is this thing in the galaxy map that it says I need to go do? There's my welcome junk. Alright, on the map it says what? Current mission. Yes. Where is my current mission taking me? Right here? It can't be there, right? Alright, let's make sure we're looking at the right thing here. Base computer. Visit. The base computer is located in an off-world archive. Reach the marked coordinates and investigate. Consult the galaxy map while in space. So the current mission. Alright, hello. Oh god, I hate that they changed these arrows. Galactic Core, current mission is where? In this system? Where is it in this system? I'm not seeing it. You are not exactly helping me out here. Video game, I'm not seeing what you're talking about. I'm not seeing it. Off-world archive. Becoming increasingly frustrated with video games and their developers, and in particular this game and its inability to just point me in the right direction. That's all I really need, is just point me in the right direction and be clear. You know, that's in Strunk & White's Elements of Style. It's like one of the very first things you learn as a writer is be clear. And so what's in this system? It won't show me any of that stuff. I see a red thing in my ship and a person thing. But when I unclick this, I don't see those icons. I see my ship and I see my base, and I don't see anything else. So would you good folks at No Man's Sky at Hello Games, would you tell me how this works? There's one planet here. Current mission is, I can point this at a black hole. I can point this galactic core. Current mission. Where, path to the current mission. Where is it? Free explore. That's not helpful. Current mission. I'm not seeing a path to somewhere else. I'm not seeing a path to somewhere else. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to assume that this is broken, and what it really wants me to do is build the construction thing and get a guy. So I'm going to assume that that's next. So what I need to do is find a planet, find a system close by that has a lot of planets, like this one. This is Viking power generation. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets. I just want to see if I can find something with 6 that's close by. That has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a moon. Commercial. Let's go. Because I just want to find an icebound planet now, and I think what I'd rather do is get a bunch of stuff that I can turn into glass, if I even know that recipe correctly. Let's take a look at this system. First contact in the Ozethic system. It says rusted metal and aggressive cells. Warped 30 times. Well, you know. What's this planet over here? An overgrown planet without hostile sentinels. You know how much I love to experiment with those and look at them. Let's see. What else do we have? We got a bunch of planets, so we have to point our little selves at them. What's that one off in the distance? That looks like it might be radioactive or something. It's a charred planet. This one has a planet behind it, so we can't tell. And there's that one, which is unknown and definitely not a frozen planet. It's more like a acidic, fungal, toxic thing. Okay, so there may not be a frozen planet in this one. There might be one on the other side of the closest planet. We'll find out. And then there also is a moon, so maybe I want to see if I know the recipe correctly. I should be able to just test it right here. What is glass? Doesn't say. Okay. Let's see about the guide. Can the guide tell us? Construction. Base construction. Okay, that's not telling me anything. Upgrades and crafting, survival basics. Why is my mouse behaving like it's made out of glue? This episode so far is not going anywhere. Like how I'm having a really hard time with this mouse. Like something's gummy on my table here, but I use a laser mouse like everybody else does. I mean, this is cargo. This is really bizarre. Oh my gosh, this is so terrible. Okay, hold on. You know, there's nothing over here. There's no water or anything. I don't know why my mouse is being so terrible. That's better. Okay, I'm not worried about anything that you might have. Dude, I'm gonna land on your ship and then jump down. I'm puzzled. Okay. Well. Nothing that I wanted to do this episode is going my way. I'm gonna fly over to the other side and look at the other planet on the far side of this. I just feel like I'm Oh, and silver. I want that to go to the freighter. Silver is one thing that at least you used to be able to take and turn it into glass. This is an unknown planet. Rainy planet with star bulb and aggressive sentinels. Where's the one with the moon? It's that guy over there. He's got a moon. Okay, let's go find out about his moon. It's the overgrown planet. You know, I'm always seeing cold planets when I have no use for them and I don't want to go anywhere near them. And now that I actually want one, I hop in a system with 6 planets and it doesn't look like a single one of them is going to be a cold planet.
Hostile scan detected.
You can find all the precious cargo that you want, guys, but
Hostile ships approaching.
I'm actually much more interested in going here because the Nexus should be able to show me how to make glass. Can't it? Will it show me how to make glass? Or am I imagining this? Well. What do we have? Oh, there's some guy standing on the nose of his ship. Masonic is initializing a mission at the Nexus. Well, Masonic. Kind of like that name. That's a good name. Good job, dude. You picked a name that isn't stupid. I'm sorry that bad names irk me so much, but they really do. I mean, things like Wolfhound Butt Kiss or whatever, you know, it's just like, come on. I'll kill for the anti-juvenile server. Okay, here's one more. Yeah, see, so it's not gonna give you the actual. It's not gonna give you the recipe for glass, is it? It's not a recipe you can learn here. Nope. Decals, wall screen. Okay. It's nothing you can learn here. Yeah, because these are all components. That was the flaw in my thinking. So I'm a little miffed because this shows everything that I can make, and that's nothing. That's nothing like what I'm accustomed to seeing. That's missing a bunch of stuff. Okay, I get it. I get it then. They want you to build the construction terminal first, and then they're going to give you recipes for things like glass. Dude, look, there are a couple of great guys with fighters up here. These are good fighters. Pontoon fighters. Right there. Abandoned object. What was that? Oh, I like this, guys. I like both of these. These are cool. He's got the angled wings, which I really dig. The only thing he's missing is the top. Missing the top fin. He's got this nice fuselage with the seat back. That's really nice. Lord Masty, your ship rocks. Lord Masty, good find. Good find. This guy's got the ultra pointy one, and the Darth Vader wings. The ultra pointy's not as good, but Lord Craven's starship. I dig you, Lord Craven. Nice ship. Anybody who runs around in a pontoon fighter rocks. Alright, so this is where we're at. Well, in this case, base computer is located in off-world archive. It hasn't. That is completely false, as far as I can tell. Although, let's take a second. Oh, come on, get out of here. Let's take a second and just see what it says about current mission. Right here, Gishima. What is this? What is that icon? What is that icon right there? I don't know what that icon means. That's not informative. It's not informative. Alright. So the dot means me. I don't know what that red thing there means. Whew, No Man's Sky, you got some work to do, dudes. A lot of work to do. This is just nowhere. This is not where the game needs to be. Hey, I don't even want to go in there. Just let me go. So this was the planet with the moon. I can see it on the little map, but I can't actually see the planet. So let's go see if we can take a look at what this little moon is. I think my patience for bugs in games is wearing a little thin, and I don't know if it's because it's the time of year, because I'm dealing with so many buggy games right now. I just don't know. I don't know what the cause is, but all of a sudden I feel very short-tempered about bugs in games as a whole. There's the moon. What kind of moon is that? Unknown moon. It is a blighted moon. Okay. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't go down to this overgrown planet Gohos and take a look, at least. Not that this is gonna do anything for me, but it sounds like something fun to do. I mean, I'm already blowing 20 minutes on this video and I haven't done one single thing that I wanted to do yet, so I haven't even talked about the things that I want to talk about yet. What do we have here on this planet? A bunch of islands. That's not terribly interesting. Wait, what was that? Whoa, gosh, this thing. What is this? It's just creatures. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not even drunk in real life yet, and I'm already driving like one. Driving like an old drunk man. See, here's something I do like about planets like this, though. I'm gonna land here. You saw this on my previous permadeath. When you can find a big old place like this, it's flat. Oh, boiling monsoon, so the weather is bad. But when you can find a big old flat island like this, man, these are great places to build permanent bases. There's a lot of critters here, and they're all hoppy, which is usually a really good sign. That's pretty funny. 1 of 12 species. Okay. Arpeggio, the ever endless fountain of wisdom that he has, said you can go into milestones and look at, I guess it's discoveries. And on this planet we could look at fauna, and then it would give you some idea of where the rest of them were, but I don't really see that. Fauna discovered. Rare. Oh, it says, okay, I see what he's saying. Uncommon base, rare. Wow. Alright, rare underwater. Wow, so that's kind of cool. It's like a customizable card game, actually. Open your pack, look for the rare. Oh man, how many people played customizable card games? Or collectible card games? I think I'm the one at error there. I think I'm the one who always called them customizable card games, and really they're called collectible card games. So I believe that is me being wrong about the games. But anyway, what I'll say about that is I used to play Star Wars collectible card game and the Lord of the Rings collectible card game, and let me tell you, both of those were incredible. I never got into Magic the Gathering, thankfully, because that looked like a money sink, because it's still ongoing, and then with all their rule changes and everything, I was like, oh no. Star Wars, while it was going on, because they were getting ready to release the prequel movies, and there was a lot of momentum because of the the reissues that Lucas had did. The Star Wars collectible card game for several years had just a ton of momentum. It was made by the company Decipher. The cards were fantastic. The game itself was fantastic. There were tournaments. It was so much fun. I miss that game. I still have all my cards. I miss that game. Nobody plays it. It's dead. But it was the most fun of the collectible card games I tried out and played. Lord of the Rings collectible card game was also a ton of fun. It was a blast. It was really unique. There were 9 locations, and you were trying to get the good guys through it. And if you were playing the dark side deck, then you were trying to... If you were playing the bad guys, you were trying to use orcs and goblins and Uruk-hai and cave trolls and whatever else you could to prevent the hobbits from getting to the 9th location. It was fantastic as well. I still think the Star Wars one was done a little bit better, and it was a little more fun. And of course, it's Star Wars, but it was a blast. What am I doing? I don't need to travel across the galaxy. I need to find a system. Oh, no, I do too. I gotta go back to my base. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking I just need to find a cold planet and mine stuff for glass, but that doesn't need to happen until later, because right now we don't have the recipe for glass. So I just need to make another round circular structure and put that construction module in it. Anyways, Star Wars collectible card game, awesome. Lord of the Rings collectible card game, awesome. They're both a lot of fun. That's what that reminds me of, is because you would look to see things like you would look online when they would release a new expansion, be like, ooh, what are the rares and what are the uncommons and what are the commons, and of course every pack had a guaranteed rare in it, so we would buy them by the boxes. And it was so much fun to get 2 or 3 or 4 boxes in the mail. It was a lot of money, of course. I had disposable income then. And just open up packs looking for the rares. It was so much fun. It was a blast. Alright, so in order to do this, I'm going to need more pure ferrite. Which means this. So I'm going to have to mine for a while. So while I'm mining, this is going to be really the perfect time to discuss the other thing that I wanted to talk about in this episode, because I know I have several viewers watching this, much to my surprise. And when I say several, I mean anybody more than 4 kind of blows me away. I never started this channel with the idea of being thousands of viewers. I really did start the channel just because I wanted to do the Galactic Civilizations 3 tutorial, because I wanted to help people. That was strictly the only reason I did it. I wanted to help people. It's become a fun thing to do, to spend my time rambling while I play the game, but still, at the end of the day, it's just, and I hate that phrase, at the end of the day, it's just a guy playing video games and rambling. It's nothing groundbreaking. There are, quite honestly, better things I could be doing with my time. And that brings me to this point. There are better things that I am doing with my time, and those things are starting to take up more and more of my time. It's an exciting thing for me. I have a project that is outside the scope of video games that is gaining some momentum, and it's something I want to spend more time on than what I'm spending on it right now. It's the kind of project where I wake up in the morning and I'm thinking about it, and I go to bed thinking about it, and after I get off work, I'm working on it. So I want to focus a little bit more on what that project is, and a little bit less time just playing video games and rambling. So for the last few months, especially the last couple months, and the last month in particular, since I've had more bandwidth, I've been able to upload more videos and push out a little more content than I normally was doing. And I know that's fun for the people who are watching, but it's going to slow down. It's going to slow down because it has to slow down, because I need to spend time on things that potentially could be really cool. Let's see if we can make this. Structures, large. Glass roofed requires, it requires glass now. It did not used to. So now the straight corridor can just be done that way. And then here's the cylindrical room. And now if I go to specialist, it says, I don't want to do aquatic. I don't want to do foundations. Tech. So go to specialist tech. Farming terminals. I can make this terminal because I have enough stuff to do it. That's kind of amazing. Alright, I'm going to build it right there then. And it's going to say, hire a base overseer. Return to the mission agent. That's not what I want to do. It changed the mission on me again, as it is wont to do. Visit the remote active. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. Community research. Gather data for the space anomaly. Universal community research progress. Accumulating research data from travelers across multiple realities. Oh, that's interesting. So where is the quest for expanding the base? Right. Hire a base overseer in a space station. Insufficient power. It's going to be sunlight soon, though. So here's what I'm going to do. Oh, look. Okay. I didn't mean to scan, but I'll take it. I'm going to go get that thing. I'm going to go get that thing and the one next to it so I can continue chatting about this. I really enjoy pushing out a video a day on this series. But the reality is, in order to do that, that requires 7 hours a week to play this video game. And that is becoming untenable with this other project that I want to really work on. Actually, 2 projects. One of them I've already spoken about in a previous video. Find this thing. Where did it go? 341, and there was another one in this direction right there. One of the projects that I'm working on is an ongoing thing, and I just talked about it in a few episodes ago. I've been the people at Jim, I guess I should say the people. Jim is the guy who runs the website. Reached out to me at saveorquit.com, saw some of my reviews and guides on Steam, and said, "Hey, would you come write game reviews for us?" And I had to think about that for a little while, because that is a time commitment to spend some of my gaming time playing games that I normally wouldn't play, and playing enough of them to be able to form an educated opinion to write reviews. But I've always enjoyed writing reviews for games, and it's an opportunity to help me hone some of my writing chops a little bit more, because I do like to write. Sentinels over there looking around. So I accepted that, and I have a couple of reviews in the hopper and more coming. And I really like kind of the break it's given me to spend some time playing games that I just normally wouldn't have played. And experimenting with some different genres and things that I just normally wouldn't do. You know how we all are with games. You've got a limited amount of time and only so much money, and even if you don't spend a lot of money on games like I do, and you save your money for sales, I still have a huge backlog of games in Steam, because it's amazing what you can get for $5 or $10. You can get a lot of games really quickly doing that. But there are always titles that you're looking at and you're thinking, well, you know, even if it was free, I'm not sure I have the time to play that. Even if somebody gave me a copy of that game, well, now somebody's giving me keys to games and saying, play this and write a review on it. And it's a different thing. So it's pretty cool. Just a little horizon expanding going on, I guess you might say. And I kind of like that. So that's certainly contributing to chewing into my time spent making YouTube content. And then there's the other project that is really cutting into that time, and I'm not even going to discuss that because to call it top secret is accurate, and I don't want to say any more than that. I'm really hopeful that at some point in time in the future, several months down the road, maybe a year down the road, I'll be able to say, hey guys, this thing happened and it's really cool and you should check it out. So that's exciting for me to be working on something like that. And that's what I'd rather spend more of my time on than playing No Man's Sky. So all that is a very long-winded way, and you're probably wondering, well, what's that mean for the channel and what's it mean for No Man's Sky and all this other stuff. This game obviously draws a lot of my attention, and I have an incredibly fun time playing it. It's constantly changing because they're releasing huge updates like Beyond, and then it's changing more because they're updating patches. And I certainly want to keep spending time on it. Hiring base overseer. So can I do that here? Corbin Dallas, current system. Yep, current system. Let's go there. So we're going to go there. So what it means for the channel specifically is there's just going to be less content. You're not going to get 2 videos every single day. You're not going to get this and Fallout 4 every single day. You're not going to get No Man's Sky every single day, an hour-long episode, because it's just a huge time commitment to do it on top of all these other things that I'm taking on. What it means is I'm probably going to start scheduling No Man's Sky to be like a Friday release for an hour episode, or maybe something like Fridays and Mondays or whatever. I'm not sure yet what days I'm going to start releasing on. Maybe 2 releases a week instead of 7. Yes, 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 I just want to hire you. Get through all the dialogue so I can hire you. Hey. Alright. He's hired. Cool. And part of this is also coming about because, you know, this has been summer, and the summer months are different. They operate differently for me. Once school starts, I have 2 kids in school. One is finishing up grade school, and the other is in high school. And the high schooler, of course, has 1,000 functions, sports, and a bazillion other things going on. And anybody who's ever had a high schooler understands exactly how this goes. So, with the high schooler, it means almost, you know, every day there's something. Well, every other day. I mean, especially with sports, and my kid plays sports, and I know lots of parents. You know, your kids play sports, and even if they're not playing sports, they're doing other things like they're doing drama, or they're doing animals and farm stuff and all kinds of things. I mean, there's I don't know what that's called, FHA, something like that. But if you've got a kid in high school, you know they're busy. Take glass. Yes, accept the glass. Now tell me. Yes, that's what I wanted to know, how to form it. Use frost crystals, and that's why I need a frosty world. Okay, great. So, blueprint. That's what I was hopeful for. So the first thing he gave me was the blueprint for glass, which is perfect. Okay. The overseer tasked me to gather chromatic metal. Okay, well, I have a ton of that, but I don't want to do that quest yet. I have a better plan. I want to take a look at the systems. I've visited all these systems, but I don't know. What do we have here? They're unknown. I don't know if any of them are icy planets or not. Oh, does that one look icy? Unknown planet. This has a bunch of stuff. See, this is interesting to go through these. Flosten Paradise. Oh, look at that. That one definitely looks cold. That one right there. This is in the Killer Zoavi system. The Killer Zoavi system. Let's go check that out. Killer Zoavi. Okay. The Killer Zoavi system. There it is. Molecular Zoavi Exchange. We're gonna go there. So anyway, once the school year starts, I'm share probably more about my life here than most people probably want to hear, but I'm a divorced dad of 2 kids, and then I remarried a wonderful lady who's absolutely fabulous, and she also had 2 children who were very close in age to my 2 children, and so we made the real life Brady Bunch. It was a fabulous experiment that has worked very well, and we're about to celebrate our 7th year of marriage together, and she's as fabulous today as she was when we got married, and our marriage is more fabulous today than it was when we started. So I'm pretty hopeful that the marriage that keeps getting better after 7 years is the right marriage. The right marriage to be in with the right person. And I will say that a huge reason why is because she's an incredible communicator, and she's not afraid to have tough conversations. And that makes all the difference in the world. And it makes it really nice. So there's 2 frozen planets here. One of them has indium and dioxide and cobalt, and the other one has frost crystal in abundance. That one does too. This one has frost crystal, activated indium dioxide, and magnetite. Oh my god, we're going for that planet. It's got activated indium on it. We're actually going to build a base there. So that's going to be cool. This will be where we get our frost crystal and our activated indium from. So that'll be awesome. But back to my wife, who is my second wife now. She's absolutely amazing and fabulous. And we made the Brady Bunch thing work. We have 4 kids. They're all great. But being a divorced dad, if any of you are out there are divorced parents, you know that when you're the dad, you only see your children at their sports events during the week or every other weekend, which is not a lot. And so certainly that cuts into time to make videos like this, because that's typically when I actually make the bulk of my videos is on Saturday nights and Friday nights, and on weekends when I have my kids, I'm spending it with them. And instead I'm not playing video games. There's more important things to do. So that's with the school year coming. I have to trickle back the amount of videos that I can make. Certainly. Oh, hostile ships approaching. There's 2 of them. And I'm just... Let's see, what kind of ship do we have here? There's that one. And then... Oh, and then there's a shuttle, and then there's a hauler behind me. Interesting. I've been playing a lot of Rebel Galaxy Online, partially because I was reviewing it, but partially because I also wanted to own it and play it myself, because I've been looking forward to that game for 25 years. And the combat in it is so much better than the combat in this game, the space combat. I can't even begin to tell you. I really want to do a video on it, but my review is going to be, it's going to have to suffice. There's going to be a small video to go to accompany the review, and I want to show off as much of the game as possible in that short little video, because it's really amazing. But once you play Rebel Galaxy Online, the combat in this game is just, it's not interesting. It's also really nice playing with the joystick, although I did buy a joystick that is not very good. I'm really disappointed, because even after a couple of days, it's turned out to be a bad choice, and I'm going to have to get another joystick. Okay, Snow Planet, I can't see anything. Help me out here. Help me out with a proper landing zone. Not sure I'm going to find one. It's very snowy here. I'm looking for frost crystals, so if I can see any in this snow, that may be where I have to land. I'd like to find a minor settlement first, but that may not happen. Oh, there's an unknown building up here. 40 seconds away. And then there's a trade station. Look at this. The trees coming right out of the... At any rate, there's going to be a trickle. It's going to slow down the number of videos on this channel. And if that, hurts subscribers or whatever, I mean, that's what happens. I watch some of these people who have lots of subscribers, and I don't entirely understand how they have that many people watching them. Because some of them just aren't very interesting either. I'm thankful for the subscribers. I have all 643 of you or whatever it is by now. I'm kind of amazed that I have any subscribers. So I don't, if my channel was 100,000 subscribers and I was actually making money off of this channel to the point where I didn't have to work a day job or something, and my livelihood depended on making content, then certainly I would keep cranking it out. But at some point in time, you ask yourself, what am I doing and why? And I'm thinking this started out as a novelty. It started out because I wanted to help people with Galactic Civilizations 3, and I felt like I could help them. And that video has turned out to be a huge help to people. It's been really great. I think my first video in the Galactic Civilizations tutorial series is now coming in at close to 30,000 views, and I'm still getting comments from people who are new to the game saying, thank you so much for providing this, and I'm kind of blown away. People are still discovering it and watching it, and it's still helpful to them, and that's fabulous. Oh, look, this is a really extreme planet as far as weather goes. I wonder if the other one's better. Yeah, so as fast as that's going, look how rapidly that's dropping. That's not conducive to harvesting frost crystals. So we're going to go check out the other one, the other cold planet. And we're going to see if... I'm going to grab some batteries while I'm here. We're going to see if the other cold planet is better with its weather. I'm gonna grab 20 of these things. What's this got? Here, cobalt, oxygen, ferrite dust, metal plate. Yeah, you're good. Alright, let's go check out that other one then. We got 13 minutes before it hits an hour on this video. So working on reviewing videos and working on this other kind of secret project that I don't really want to talk about is going to take time from making videos. It's going to take time from playing No Man's Sky and other things. Now I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm a game player, so this is in my DNA, and it's not too hard to whip out the microphone and record it. So I guarantee you that there will continue to be videos, but it might trickle down to 1 or 2 videos per week. And if you're the kind of person that looks for everyday videos, and you say, well, if I can't get a video every day for you, then I'm going to unsubscribe or I'm not going to pay attention, then by all means, I'm not a narcissist. If you don't want to subscribe to my channel and you want to watch somebody else, by all means, do what makes you happy, man. I'm a big believer in that. People should be doing the things that make them happy and watching the content that makes them happy. And if my channel doesn't cut it for you, do what does. Do whatever works. But I feel like it's respectful to let people know how it works for me, what's going to be happening. And I think I'm going to do some kind of shorter video in the future here in a week or two that's going to lay all this stuff out in a really condensed manner, because there are people who are watching the Fallout series who are not watching this, and vice versa, and there are people who are going to come here for Galactic Civilization stuff and they don't know about it, and I still have some things I want to do. For instance, Stellaris tutorials, especially a tutorial on trade routes, because that's a question that gets asked a lot, and I feel like I have a really good grasp on it. And if I had a 10-minute video, I could explain it to somebody really well with some really good graphics and some lines drawn, and I could show people this is how it works and this is why you need it. But I need to get it in place, Stellaris again. So let's see what we're looking at for. There's some right there. Sweet root. That's not the same thing as, what is it? Pulpy roots. That's not pulpy roots. Frostwort. 500 away. Let's go. Got these oxygen capsules. Let's go get as much frostwort as we can. What are you guys doing? Oh no, that's what I want to do. What's going on there, little buddy? They're 1 of 8. There's frostwort over here. How far away is this thing? 208. It's pretty close, so I want to go get it first, and then we'll go get the frostwort. I have 20 ion batteries, and the weather here is not nearly as bad. I also really want to go put a base on that other one. That has the indium. The activated indium, because that can turn into chromatic metal really fast in big, huge chunks of it, and that's what we all want. Is many, 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 many chunks of it. Oh. So I know there were some people who were watching this series thinking, oh, I'm getting a video a day, and I might get 2 videos a day if he really cranks it out. And that was a lofty goal, and I was really hoping I was going to be able to maintain that pace, but it's just not happening. And on top of that, there's the Fallout series, which I really enjoy doing. I love playing Fallout. In fact, this evening while I'm enjoying a little Crown Royale, I kind of wish I was playing Fallout, because that is just an incredibly fun game. Fallout 4 is great. All the Fallouts are really fantastic. I actually really want to go back and play Fallout 1 and 2. I think I already own them on Good Old Games, and I need to just load them up. And play them. I haven't done that for years, and I just, you play a game sometimes for the first time and it has such a huge impact on you. It's kind of like your first girlfriend. It's just, there's something about that first one and you're just like, wow, what the hell? And it sticks with you, and the first time playing Fallout, it was a golden age in PC gaming when all this stuff was coming out, and we were getting games, and we were saying, I didn't think we'd ever see anything like this. And of course the graphics were bad, but the gameplay was so good. The developers made up for the lack of awesome graphics by just making games that were incredibly fun to play with, just great mechanics and fun dialogue and fun quests, and you found yourself absorbed in this game that had primitive graphics, but oh my goodness, you could just get lost in it for hours, and Fallout was one of those, and I have such fond memories of that game, and a feeling that it had such a good beginning, middle, and end to it. Oh, and there's got to be some underground, doesn't there? Oh, there's one down there. And so there was Fallout the whole time, just staring at us, saying, "I'm a great game," and we're playing it, and we're like, "Oh my God, you are!" It was. Does that get the butterflies? Yeah, it does. That's awesome. See, butterflies were impossible to get before. Now this two-click scanning system is really good. Oh, there's more frostwort in that direction. Okay, well, I know I'm gonna need a ton of it. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, we can go fill that up. And I really feel like a romp through Fallout 1 would be so much fun to go through that game, because I haven't played it in years, and see, it's always fun to see how much of what you loved about a game is nostalgia and how much of it was kind of real, you know. How much of it was, how much do you love a game because it actually was as good as you remember? Because I've gone back and tried to play some games, and the dated graphics have made me say, "Oh, I just can't do this," or clumsy controls and dated graphics. The prime example of that is System Shock, which was probably one of the first 6 games I ever played on the PC, and I immediately fell in love with it. I just thought it was one of the most amazing games ever. And even when System Shock 2 came out, I remember thinking, yeah, it's good, and it does some things that the graphics are better, and it does some things that are really neat, but System Shock 1 is still the better game, because the environment was just so awesome, and Citadel Station, and the story, and it was your first time being surprised by certain things like a Cortex Reaver, and there was just so much good in that game. And so it's been re-released as an enhanced edition on Steam, and of course I got it on sale for like $5 or something. I thought, oh, for sure, I'm playing this. I can't wait. I can't wait to relive this awesome game. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it 5 minutes, because the controls, even in the enhanced edition, are so wonky, and the controls were so poorly designed, and the graphics are so bad, but we put up with it because there was nothing better at the time, and the story was so good, and the layout of the Citadel Station was so amazing, and the music was so cool, and everything about it was so good. And since you didn't have anything better, you had nothing to compare it to. Well, now it's a life of Skyrim, Fallout 4, and ENBs, and even when you're playing games from a top-down perspective, we have things like XCOM Enemy Within, which look fantastic, and you just see it. It's like my brain just can't do it. It can't say, "Oh yeah, I can totally overlook these graphics, man, no problem." I can't do it. So fortunately, very, very fortunately, Night Dive Studios is remastering System Shock. Now, how much that game becomes a true remaster and how much it becomes a complete reboot, I don't know, because I've been following the development for a couple years now, and they've sent out emails to their backers, and if you've followed it, you've watched them oscillate between a completely faithful remake of the original and something that doesn't even look like System Shock. At one point in time, they decided they were gonna take just the idea of System Shock, and they were gonna redesign all the levels and retexture them and everything. And what you ended up with didn't even look like System Shock. It looked like some kind of Doom knockoff. And obviously, there was a lot of backlash from the backers who were like, "Hey, we backed this because you promised us a faithful remake, and now it doesn't look anything like that." And so then, they changed some of that. They backtracked on some of that, and then they were like, "Well, we'll do a faithful remake, but we're going to add new stuff because there are some dead zones in the areas of the original that could be more useful," and blah 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 blah. And I fall clearly on the side of just make the faithful remake, because I saw their video that they put up on the site of someone just walking through the environments with nothing else going on, and they were faithfully reconstructed with modern graphics, and there were really great bloom effects, and it looked really colorful, but it was a complete, totally faithful remake to the original game. And I just remember thinking, that's the game I want to play. That's exactly what I want to play. I want to play the old System Shock game with new graphics and an updated user interface that appeals to modern sensibilities, that's easy to use. You know, that's the game I want to play. And I don't know what we're actually going to end up getting when that game is done. I hope it's closer to more faithful than anything else, but at this point in time, it's just almost impossible to say what's actually going to happen. I don't know. Don't know. Pretty excited about it. It's definitely been one of my favorite games of all time. But to go back and play it now, exactly as it was, or even the enhanced edition with slightly adjusted control schemes, it's a cheese grater. It hurts. It's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant gaming experience. And that's the way a lot of classic games are. You go back and you play them, and you're just like, whether it's graphics or controls or a combination of the two, or all of a sudden you realize how ham-handed the writing is, and you're like, oh God, this is actually really bad. What were we thinking? Well, what we were thinking in 1992 was there aren't a lot of video games, and this one's actually kind of awesome. There was nothing better to compare it. It was the good game of the time, you know. It was the amazing thing of the time. Well, now we're older, we're wiser. There's been hundreds of video games since then, and we've played a lot of them, and the bar has been raised. That's the simplest way to put it. The bar has been raised so much that for some people like me, it's just really hard to go back. It's hard to go back and say, yeah, I enjoy the heck out of this. Fallout feels like one of those games the original Fallout 1 and 2 feel in my head like two old games I think I could still play and still really enjoy. Maybe that's not true, but it feels like it. So maybe I'll find out. I know I am cracking open a couple of different games in the near future, just to kind of break up the monotony of things in my limited playing time. I really want to give Ember a try. It looks like a Diablo clone kind of game, but it looks kind of fun. I think I got it for like $5 on a sale or something. Anyway, folks, that's been an hour. It's been me rambling for an hour, so thanks for watching. As always, if you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below, especially if you have a comment or a question about anything I discussed in this episode, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.